So I know that you know that I'm single, and you know that I know that it's cuffing season. Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel, and as you can see, I have fallen in love with this green screen. Yeah, it's a green screen. And I just love it because I don't like to always clean up my mess, and now I'm not embarrassed by it because look, oh my goodness, I have no idea what I'm going to do in editing behind me, but I bet it is fabulous. I've been dating around virtually. I have decided to download the Hinge dating app because I keep hearing so much about it. Everybody loves the dates they go on. They say the setup is a lot better where you're having real conversations with people. By doing so, I have stumbled upon a lot of bad profiles. The kind where it's like, it's one thing to where it's like, oh, you're giving off a vibe and I have my vibe and our energy's coming together, and it's just some type of like magnetic force where the magnet is flipped like the other way. So like they're pushing against each other, not like a pull, like a push. Okay, I'm rambling and I don't think you guys are understanding me because magnetics are supposed to attract each other. But when you flip one the other way, there's that push, right? Okay. What I'm trying to say is, some of you men have really bad profiles, and I see so many bad ones that I feel like there's a disconnect that some of you guys just don't get it, and I would not be doing justice to the YouTubes if I didn't talk about it. So yes, as you can see from the title, that this is going to be my dating profile deal breakers. This is me, a woman, giving my perspective, talking about men who are in the search for a woman. So if you're kind of like into a different direction here, you might just enjoy this video for a good laugh. And of course, ladies, if you have something to add, please leave your contribution in the comments. Was that a wink? I blink a lot when I do that, like that. Okay, here's the video. Dead animals. Now, I think some of you guys are gonna be like, whoa, people don't do this. I'm not talking about slaughtering kittens, like giving that little corpse a photo shoot, uploading it to your profile. I'm talking about dead deer. I get it, hunting exists. It's there for a really important reason. It exists for population control. It does not exist as some game. So it's really hard for me to be attracted to a guy who gets so much pleasure out of killing an animal and then holding it up and posing with its corpse in a picture, and then thinking that, I guess this defines them so much that they're like, wow, I can only include 6 photos in my profile. Of course, 1 to 3 of them must be with me holding a dead animal. I don't like it, and I don't think a lot of girls do. Being brutally honest, I don't like sarcastic people. Even worse, self-proclaimed sarcastic people. So when people love to talk and brag about how sarcastic they are, or like fluent in sarcasm, I just walk away, because really it's telling me that you're unoriginal, unfunny, and maybe a bit judgy and snarky and all of that stuff that I just don't care about. Yeah, so like, should I just go now? This one might be very personal to me, and I could get a lot of hate from it, but I'm just going to go there. I don't like it when people put Bible verses in their bio of any sort. I understand listing yourself as a Christian because I have quite the Christian background. I don't really know if I have a label on myself yet. However, as soon as somebody is just throwing that in their bio, it pretty much tells me that they are a jerk who hides behind Christianity. Hate me now, I don't care. Pictures that do not show off your face. So sometimes this can just mean being in a group picture and including so many group pictures where you're like, which one are you? Because I know you're usually the ugliest one. Instead, have a little plot twist. do a group picture where you are the hottest guy in it. That is killing it. This complaint also has to do with taking pictures of inanimate objects. I don't care about your car, I don't care about your watch, and I don't care how expensive these items are, because it just shows me that you're gonna spend a lot of money on yourself, but are you gonna spend a lot of money on me? And surprisingly, we don't like it when you put sexy talk in your bio. I noticed this a lot more on Tinder than so Hinge, but I don't understand why I have to know the size of your package or what you are willing to do behind closed doors. Like, I just, creeps, it really creeps me out. Bad grammar. Okay, this one just makes me cringe for the guy. They just keep making this mistake. They go to the bathroom, they take off their shirts, you know, heaven forbid they actually put down the gross toilet seat. Then they get to the mirror and they hold up their phone and they flex like so hard that it looks like they're constipated in the face, and they're like, ugh, snap. And then they think, man, this is so hot, I'm going to put all of these pics on my dating profile.
Oh man, she's gonna love this. She's gonna wanna do me on the first date.
No, we do not. In fact, when we look at those pictures, we think that you are really arrogant and full of yourself and shallow and honestly uneducated. But I do wanna make clear that I'm not talking about swimsuit pictures where you're, you know, at a beach on vacation with your family, or you're in a hot tub with friends and somebody else is taking the picture. That's completely different. Okay, so things are about to get pretty intense, because before what I was talking about, it just, you know, made me roll my eyes. Of course, I'm going to swipe left on you, but now we're like in deeper waters. Like when guys do this, this almost makes me angry or just so highly repulsed by them. And to start this off with, when guys mention that they are going to spoil a woman, so many creepy things about it. So first off, it makes you sound like a sugar daddy. And don't get me wrong, I think every girl hears about the sugar daddy life and they're curious and they want a sugar daddy. They want the money without touching anybody. That's what they really want. And I get it, but we're not looking to date a sugar daddy. And someone who has this desire to spoil a woman just seems a little shaky grounds. Like even if you were to commit to us, you would probably be inappropriate to other women and needing to spoil them or live up to this sugar daddy fantasy. So that's really weird. And it really just means that you bring no value personality-wise to the relationship. And you know this, so you're figuring that you can just throw money at women and they'll be satisfied. And it really shows how detached you are, because you're thinking that's all you need to do is throw money at us and we're going to be your girlfriend in return. It's just, something's not right there. I'm smiling right now because I know a lot of women watching this are going to agree with me. We hate, absolutely hate the self-titled nice guy, because we have all learned that that nice guy is really a douchebag. They don't even have to tell me their life story for me to know exactly what happened to them. They obviously got rejected at one point in their life, and it could be as simple as the fact that the woman just wasn't interested in him. But you know, usually it's because they're creepy and overbearing, but let's just go with that. You know, like the nicest way I can put it. A woman was just interested in somebody else, some other type of guy, so she rejected him. And this rejection, he couldn't let go of it. It crippled him. It made him so insecure that it turned to bitterness. And he plays the whole Scar from the Lion King mantra of life's not fair. And it just makes him madder and madder the more he goes through rejection. But his anger keeps coming off to these women, so of course they're still rejecting him, but he just kind of sees in anger and doesn't see that anything is wrong with him. So that was like a really big story there. But That's really where it stems from. So when a guy gets upset about being rejected because he's so nice, he's usually not so nice. And we are at number 10, and that is insulting women. This makes me so incredibly angry because let's face it, every girl watching this is capable of holding a conversation. We are all genuine. We're capable of feeling the same amounts of happiness and sadness and driving conversations into such deep waters. But I think the guy, like what he really means is you better be able to talk about what I want to talk about or what I perceive as important. For example, myself. I like to read, I like to keep up with politics, I think school is fun, and so I am very well educated, but also I like trashy TV. I do YouTube videos, and sometimes they're just a little bit on the ditzy side. I get it. I've read your comments. I know that's how I come off. But that doesn't mean that when I go on a date, I'm like, yes, what are you talking about? Like, yes, I've only been on the Hinge dating app for about, I think, less than a week, but I've already come across quite a few profiles that have that are insulting women in some way. I just didn't think anything of it, so I haven't been screenshotting. I just click X, and then I can't go back to that profile to screenshot. So I'm gonna have to remember to do that if I do more videos on this. But I did remember to take a screenshot of this conversation where this guy, he said something about me being genuine after watching my YouTube videos. Don't know what video he was watching for me to think I'm so genuine, but he found me funny, so that's cute. But I just was really turned off by this, especially because his occupation was a clinical psychologist. And that made me feel bad because he probably has some female patients. And if I was talking to a psychologist, I wouldn't want him nodding along, but secretly thinking, you know, that I'm some loser or inferior, or I'm worth making fun of behind my back. I did point it out to him, but I did think about it. I even did an Instagram poll that I would have up here, but it expired and I forgot to screenshot it. But even though you guys still were pretty opinionated on ignoring him, there were a lot more of you guys telling me to tell him. So I did, and I even tried my best to kind of pad it a bit for what I said. And I remember he responded right away with LOL, and then he blocked me or unmatched me. I don't know, one of the two. So I found that I wasn't surprised because he already showed his personality up front, so I should have known. And I don't think he could have recovered from that. And I don't think I could have recovered from getting on him. Anyway, so I also did another Instagram poll where I asked what you guys thought like was the most annoying thing about a profile, whether it was being shirtless selfies or listing demands. And it's kind of funny because on both of these polls, I had a lot of guys answering them. Like, so that's fine. That is totally fine. So it showed that you guys had an even amount of annoyance with those two. But again, it's a little bit harder to get a poll for the ladies when the guys are doing the poll. But it's cool. It's cool. I understand. Fam bam, we're all together in this. So, but I thought you guys would find that interesting. If you guys want me to talk more about like my Hinge dating app experience, or like if you guys want me to kind of dive deeper into dating profiles, of course I can do that. You know, I would love to do that. So you just have to let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to join the fam bam, and I'll see you next time. So, okay, love you, mean it.